$300. The first fight scene.
Yes, where they're first at the hot gates and the first wave, and it's like 300 is one of the most, like, if you go on YouTube you can find so many different things of this, and like the first fight scene is just so good. In their fight scenes, and 300 did like the slow down technique that's been, you know, it started to actually be used a little more.
It wasn't distracting in the same way that The Matrix was.
Yeah.
It was used to accentuate what was already there on film. Where he works that guy at the very end and just like shield checks him, like, he looks so cool. It's just unbelievable. Great scene. Number 2, the Protector, the stairway scene.
But this scene is just amazing because it's one shot. I think
one
it's like,
take.
Yeah.
And one take.
One take, 4 minutes long. I can't even imagine how tired he got.
If you watch it, it's all real. He's actually throwing guys off 2, 3, 4 stories. And he's actually kicking all these people's asses, and it's incredible.
Yeah, and they're throwing stuff at him, and he's just like dodging it real easy, and it's... It's truly an unbelievable achievement.
Right.
Like,
right. Like as a physical achievement, you could say like Tony Jaa, you are incredible. The first time I think they messed up, like the very first like time where you throw someone over the balcony. They didn't have something out in time, so he couldn't throw it. So he stopped the guy like just before he was going to throw him off and almost killed him.
Yeah.
And then the third time I think he like messed up on a door, and when they watched the take again.
Second time he did.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the second time they watched the tape again. He's like, "Nah, this isn't good. We gotta do it again."
Yeah, how badass is that? I think that's like the exact opposite of what we started to believe a fight scene is in Hollywood. It's just like these quick takes, and it's just like
right.
Quick like sing, and then all of a sudden you get like 10 minutes of break or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like the exact opposite, which is so amazingly well done.
Number 1, Star Wars Episode 3, The Battle of the Heroes. But I'll admit we have a little bias on Star Wars. Yeah. But you have to, I mean, after this is the 6th movie of Star Wars, like, he went out with a bang. You know what's gonna happen. You know that that
becomes Vader.
That becomes Darth Vader. Yeah. But the way that it's done is so incredible.
It's really well done. And
God,
I know we don't really like the dialogue in that movie.
You will not take it from me.
It's so good.
It's really good, and they like worked all the Force powers. And, and then like I really like the scene where they're going down the hallway, and then like they're like the sparks are coming off the hallway. And they end up on the volcano, and they're like the really most iconic one was when they're on like the pipe, and then like the lava's like coming up and like, and it looks awesome. It was so good, and at the very end, he gets defeated and he's like burning, and it's disgusting. Like that's intense for PG-13.
I like the whole like. You've already lost, I've got the high ground, and he's like, you underestimate my abilities. He didn't underestimate his ability. something about lightsabers is just very, very cool. I don't know exactly why.
Yeah, right.
But there's something about it that's just really, really cool.
Yep. Well done, Star Wars. George Lucas, that was the only thing you got right in the prequels. Alright, so that was the list. I'm going to do a quick review. Number 10, Kung Fu Hustle. Number 9, Game of Death. Number 8, Transporter 2. Number 7, Equilibrium. Number 6, Legend of the Drunken Master. Number 5, Troy. Number 4, The Matrix. Number 3, 300. Number 2, The Protector. And number 1, Star Wars Episode 3. So that was our list. Let's head over to Nick Harms for the check.
Thanks, Nate. This is the check. My name is Nick, and this is where I tell you who I think should be mentioned because they were just left off the list. The first one I want to mention is I just saw Ninja Assassin last night, and it's comically bad, but some of the fight scenes, including the last one, are really good. Where basically it finishes off with an Omni Slash, you know, continuing our Final Fantasy, you know, orgy fest and what we like. But I also want to mention Rocky vs. Apollo in the Rocky series. Great fight, a lot of good fights in there. Some two humorous ones I want to mention is in Monty Python and the Holy Grail versus the Black Knight. Really funny. And there's this FX movie called Giant Octopus versus Mega Shark, and it's bad. I just wanted to note if you look it on YouTube, it's funny. I got the Kill Bill scene where she fights the entire gang, Crazy Eights. Yeah, just great choreography. Great choreography with Edward Norton in Fight Club with himself. I thought that was great. And then to finish it off, I really want to mention this good one in The Princess Bride, Inigo Montoya versus the Man in Black. Great fight scene, great, you know, character building. How they talk about who they are themselves and how good of a fighters they are before fighting, and then I'm not left-handed. I'm not left-handed either. Boom! That was cool. Alright, thanks, Nate. That's it.
Thanks, Nick. And that was top 10 fight scenes for Two Guys, One List. And next week, we're going to come at you with the top 10 best video games of all time. Which is going to be, well, as you know, GameFAQs.com just did theirs, and we obviously disagree a little bit with what the popular decision was.
They have a little bit of a bias.
Little bit of a bias, but we'll talk about it next week.
It'll be interesting.
And we'll see you guys then.
Hey, Matty Shrimp. I'm making prawns. Oh, hey, Carmen. When will you fix the oven, okay?
What's wrong with the oven?
That